we do have the November Solicits, with some stuff we knew about sliding in. I think there's a couple of things we didn't know about in advance. So we'll work our way through it as we always do and see how things go. So first up, Justice League Unlimited issue 1, Mark Waid and Dan Mora. We knew this was coming. Obviously, it was announced previously at Comic-Con. We have... I mean, I don't think we had a cover before, but we definitely have some covers now. If you want to have a swatch
we have the second cover, which was the
That's right. I remember that
kind of vibe. But the rest of it is all newer.
Yeah, the first
Dan Mora cover, pretty nice.
Yeah. No, I mean the most are pretty good. Oh, there's a nice one where they're all kind of standing, looking off to the side. That's all right. Yeah, it's nice covers. That's a Howard Porter cover, if I was to guess out of those names. Alright, so yeah, obviously we're excited for that. Big names, big book. It's nice to have a Justice League book that I want to read again. I feel like, despite the fact that Justice League's the book where like all the biggest characters come together, I feel like it always ends up like dithering away. After like a big name leaves the book, it always gets handed to like a second team, and the second team is never treated like a big deal, and it's just like another book for a while.
Yeah, and that goes back for as long as I've been reading comics. Because I remember when Brad Meltzer came and did his, they were bringing back the Justice League. It was no longer Justice League of America. And then within 3 arcs, it was kind of, he was off of it. They threw someone else on. It was, some B-listers on there. So hopefully though, that Wade has some momentum, so we can get a nice, decent run. I
mean, sometimes it's a long run. I mean, Scott Snyder had a long run in the book, but it, like, as soon as... I mean, I think it even ended when he was done, to be honest, but, like, there's definitely examples where, like, a new team will come on and it just kind of gets left to obscurity and feels like a C-tier book all of a sudden. I'm like, there's no reason why a Justice League book should feel like a C-tier book, but...
No.
Oh, well.
It's a flagship, I mean,
it should feel like a flagship, but it doesn't always. So... Anywho, we got Absolute Batman issue 2. Snyder and Dragotta, as we know about.
It's a fun cover.
Yeah, it's a nice cover. Yeah. Then we got Absolute Superman issue 1. I don't think I actually realized that wasn't in the last Solicits, but I guess I guess here it is. Justin Hour and Rafa Sandoval, of course. So we'll see how that goes. Absolute Wonder Woman issue 2. Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman. Yeah, that's a very Final Fantasy VII-esque sword that Diana's wielding on that cover.
That is a huge sword.
Yes. Interesting. Detective Comics 1091. So obviously, Tom Taylor's on a Bat book. Pump for that. It's a good cover as well. The second cover's quite nice as well, actually.
Couple of them too, yeah.
Batman 155.
Oh, how does he keep doing this?
What? What is it?
It's Jorge Fornes on art.
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you were mad about something.
No. How does Zdarsky keep scoring like the best? I understand with Tom King, right? There's a bit of prestige that comes with working on a Tom King book at this point.
As soon as you said it, I looked down at the description to see it because I was expecting the words, this is a special Ghostmaker focused issue or something like that.
No, just Fornes on a Bat book though. Like, let's go. But then it's Zdarsky. Hopefully it gets better. Well, that's all I can keep hoping for.
Second cover with them fighting the court owls in the snow looks pretty nifty.
Yeah, it does.
That said, I'm
a fan of the court. So
sure. But I don't really care what they're putting in it. I don't trust Zdarsky to do a good job. So
I know. I'm trying to be positive. Try not to drag it down.
I mean, who knows? Maybe after Absolute Power or after. Absolute Power. After that's done, maybe it'll be like a fresh start and it'll be away from all the crap that I didn't like, but we'll see. Well,
Fornes is only on it for an issue, so because then it goes to the next solicit and it's Tony Daniel.
Well, that's fine. Well, that's worth mentioning. There's a second Batman issue again. Like that's at double shipping, I think, 2 months in a row. So I guess that's them saying Batman sells a lot. We want that money twice a month. So fair enough, I guess. Which I don't mind double shipping anyway. I liked it back at the start of Rebirth for the most part, but it just kind of depends on how they handle it more than anything. Yeah,
and it doesn't, as long as it doesn't feel too overwhelming. At a point, some of the Rebirth stuff started to feel overwhelming because there was so much of it at one time. But 1 or 2 books double shipping is fine.
Hmm. And then we got Batman Uncovered issue 1, which is just a cover collection. Batman Off-World issue 6, so finally getting to the end of Aaron's Batman story.
That's a thing I forgot that we were kind of enjoying.
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to it. Yeah, the gap between issue like 4 and 5 has been weird, but
yes,
we'll see how it goes. Superman 20, Williamson, and somehow Dan Mora also drawing this issue. But fair enough. Then we have Wonder Woman issue 15, Tom King with Daniel Sempier and Carrie Randolph. I'll assume that's on the backup for the second artist. But yeah, obviously looking forward to that being back to its regular programming, as if you will.
That cover's pretty slick with the logo making her costume logo. Yeah.
No. I mean, Sempier's been killing it with all the covers. Action Comics 1074. I forgot Mark Waid was doing an arc in Action Comics. That's exciting. With Mariko Tamaki on the backup still, and this is again shipping
weekly.
Is this just weekly for?
Yep.
And how long is it weekly?
It's weekly for 12 weeks.
Okay, so 3 months. All right. Hey, I'm not mad we're getting a 12-issue Mark Waid Superman story over 3 months. That sounds great to
me. And from what people have said, it's going to kind of not alter Superman, but it's going to set a new kind of a vibe, which I'm excited for because I know how much Mark Waid loves Superman. So
yes, the only concern I have is the amount of foreheads we're going to have in that book.
The amount of space taking up my character foreheads will be greatly increased.
The forehead budget's getting out of control. It must be cut down.
They're gonna have to start doing it, widescreen to fit all the foreheads.
Widescreen? No, sure you want to go taller. You want to have like a.
Yeah, but you can fit more. If you turn the book sideways, you can fit more.
So you're reading it vertically, or horizontal. You know what I mean? Flipped.
Yeah,
you're flipping it.
Yeah. That's what I meant by widescreen. Again, I am tired, guys. Thanks for bearing with me.
Yeah, because I remember last month it had like the 4 issues, and I thought, wait, is this like a monthly event, and then that's just all the run? But hey, here it's 12 issues. It reminds me actually of speaking of Tamaki, it reminds me of Detective Comics The Tower.
The Tower.
Yeah. That's a fair comparison, honestly. And Tamaki being on the backup for the whole thing's cool. Although I am seeing Williamson's name creep in one of them. So we'll see what that is.
Unexpected Williamson.
It's just one of them. It's just 1075. It goes back to just Wade and Tamaki, the issue after. So hopefully all is well. But yes,
probably a slight crossover with what's going on in Superman, if I had to guess.
Yes, unfortunately, yes. Yes. Catwoman 70. We have a new writer on this. Torun Grunbeck. Well, that may have been a new writer last month as well, to be fair.
Torun Grunbeck, yeah.
But not Tini Howard, anyways, is the point I was getting at. So, cool. Nightwing 120. This is the second issue of Dan Waters and Dexter Soy's run. Can't say they're not giving the crowd what they want with that cover.
That was going to be what I was going to say, too. They know their audience.
Yes, the ass of Bloodhaven up there in that podium.
That's really America's ass.
Harley Quinn 45 is a thing. Elliot Kalan and Mindy Lee are the team on this. Poison Ivy 27, Juella Wilson, Marcio Takara, same team as it's been. Titans 17, John Layman and Pete Woods. Yeah, I'm still a little bit bummed that Taylor's leaving that book, but we'll see how it is once he does. Right? Try and stay optimistic. Birds of Prey issue 15. Bajri's on art for this one with Thompson writing.
It's like Babs is back in the Oracle chair on that cover.
Yeah. I mean, she's been kind of functioning as both Batgirl and Oracle for a while, but yeah, they're going for a classic Oracle image with the image.
They're bringing Grace Choi back in too. If you're looking at the Solicits, she was on the Outsiders.
I'm sorry, Matt, but I was too distracted by the next solicit, which is Batgirl issue 1, a Cassandra Cain Batgirl book. It does not mention being a mini either, so...
Nope, it's an ongoing. Wait, is this the first time you're hearing this?
It is, yes.
Oh, okay. So this was news. Even Tim and Connor were talking about it in our group chat.
Oh,
So,
okay, I see.
yeah. So I figured you'd seen it there. But yes, no,
No,
this is exciting.
Now, I don't know who Tate Brombal who's writing it is. Are they good?
House of Slaughter. So works with Tynan
Okay.
over there. Off of that spinoff from Something's Killing the Children. But yeah, both Tim and Connor are excited. If that's any of your markers.
Oh no, that's promising. If they know who that is.
About that. So yeah, I'm just happy to get another cast book. Yeah,
well, I'm excited. I mean, but when I saw the name, I went, I don't know who that is, and that makes me nervous. But if people are saying that they're good, then I'm feeling a bit optimistic. Cool main cover there as well, with the plain white background, with the sort of shaded Cass in the front.
I do like how she went from her costume having no eyes to having big eyes, because it makes her a little bit more expressive. Kind of continuity of the character as well. So that's a nice little touch.
Yeah, just big white eyes though, no pupils or details or anything like that. And then art's by Takeshi Miyazawa. Now, I don't know who that is either, but if the cover's by them... Oh, no, it isn't. That's David Talaski.
No.
So I don't know what Miyazawa's art looks like, but hopefully I like it. Obviously, I'm just delighted. I'm delighted we're getting a Cassie Cain Batgirl book. Of course I am.
Yeah.
Clutch Your Pearls. Oh no, there's pearls been mentioned, Matt. Brace yourself.
I didn't read that. Yeah, it's fine.
It's just a turn of phrase. Don't worry. They're not talking about
her parents are killers. They're not the ones getting killed. It's different. It's fine.
I mean, maybe they strangled some people with pearls, but I don't think they dropped any in their own death.
They're on the other side of it. It's okay.
So delighted by that news. Batman Dark Age issue 6, wrapping up that Mark Russell miniseries. And we got Green Lantern 17, Zermanico on the art for this issue, cool cover. Green Arrow issue 18, and this had switched to Chris Condon, and Montoya on the art on this issue.
They're gonna pull me back in.
It's a pretty neat cover as well. It's a Taurine Clark cover, but
the fact that they're going with Montoya makes me think it's going to be a bit more Longbow Hunters, because it's along that style. I'm drawing a blank on that artist.
Is that just copium though?
It could be. But yeah, I like Montoya. Montoya plays with the shadows and darkness and all that stuff really well. So
okay. The Flash 15, Cy Spurrier, Vasco Georgiev.
God damn it! I love that cover, but
didn't you drop this though?
I did, but I might pick up this just for this cover. It's a pinball. I love it.
You're such a mark. You're such a smelly mark.
Hey, just because I buy it doesn't mean I have to read it. I mean, look at that shelf behind me. Most of those are unread.
They've got your money. You've supported it. It doesn't matter if you read it.
True. Well, then they need to not have a fun cover, okay? Mike Del Mundo.
Yeah, what a prick. How dare he do a good cover even though we don't like the book.
There's a dinosaur and Superman and the Flash. It's like three of my favorite things.
Yeah, as a pinball table. No.
And a pinball table.
Well, it's all in a pinball table is my point.
Yes.
That's what the cover is.
And it's called Genre Shift. I would play this pinball. It looks easy.
Next up, we got Batman and Robin 15, which is Philip Kennedy Johnson with Javier Fernandez.
Not renumbering, which is pretty cool. That used to be the thing at DC for a minute.
I'm just going to say it, right? Switching from Williamson. Now, I say this being...
Williamson's your punching bag today.
Now, to be fair, I did enjoy the last issue, and I'm mostly going to be positive on this week's issue, right? So, It's not all negativity. That said, though, still a bit of an upgrade going to Philip Kennedy Johnson, so I'm not mad.
When was the last time you read something from Philip Kennedy Johnson you didn't enjoy?
Well, never. I don't think I've ever read
I didn't
enjoy. I mean, I've only read 2 books by him, really, when I think about it, but still. So that's cool. Batman and Robin, Year 1, Issue 2. This is the Mark Waid book. That
Chris Omni. Yeah. Oh, that variant looks great.
Oh, I didn't see the variant. The
Two-Face?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had the one after that as well with the purple building as well. That's nice. Did they mention how many issues this was going to be?
They didn't.
Okay. Because
If I had to guess, though, it's gonna go at least 6.
Oh man, I think that's yeah. I mean, it'd be at least 6, but the question is it 6? Is it 10? Is it 12? I feel like they're all possibilities. Watch them be pricks now that I've said that and make it 9 just to mess with
8.
my prediction.
Yeah, it's just 8.
All right, Batman, Superman, and World's Finest, 33. Mark Waid, still there's a lot of Mark Waid books this month.
Yeah.
Adrian Gutierrez on the art.
Yeah.
Then we got Batman, Brave and the Bold, issue 19, with stories by Zach Thompson, Rich Duick, Dave Velgos, and Michael Conrad. I think I nailed those names. Thank you very much.
I think you did. The Dave one, pretty good.
Thank you. I'm not going to read the artist. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead.
You have a Chemezja in there, you know.
Chemezja.
Yeah, we know that one now.
Batman Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, issue 3. See, I feel like just call it Batman The Last Halloween. We'll get that it's referencing the Long Halloween, but they're too scared of doing that, so we get this clunky Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. That's
like this one is the Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age. It's the same type of deal.
Yeah.
You just called it, you know, Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age, and we would have been fine.
It would have been fine, but hey, this is more egregious though because it's basically the same title twice with one different word. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I mean, Jeff Loeb's not written a lot of good stuff in a long time, but still, it's. But
it's kind of the area he's pretty skilled in. Is this era of Batman? So
here's hoping. It could be a Dark Knight Strikes Again type thing.
Don't do that.
I don't mean it'll be literally as bad as that, but you know what I mean, like a big step down from previous stuff. Batman 89 Echoes issue 6, so wrapping up that. Black Lightning issue 1. This is written by Brandon Thomas and art by Fico Ozio. So yeah, new Black Lightning book starting with his 2 daughters seemingly going by the cover. Joining him for the fun. It's back and it's a family affair. Jefferson Pierce leads the Justice League's new metahuman outreach initiative, helping those with powers before they can cause harm to themselves or others. That seems like a pretty good
for him being a principal. Absolutely
good for him, and just a sort of good premise in general for like you know, a bit X-Men-y.
It's a bit X-Men-y, kind of Doom Patrol, but they're not, you know, the weirdos.
No.
So you know, but I do like it.
Yeah, and then we got JSA issue 1, which we did know about, but this is the Jeff Lemire book with Diego Olortegui. By the way, when I say we did know about it, I meant it was announced in advance prior to the ramp up to Solicits. Anything that was announced like a day before the Solicits, I'm counting that as new. Right? Just for the record.
We're talking, this was Comic-Con and pre
type
of news.
So, yes, JSA issue 1, super pumped. I'm pumped Lemire's back at DC. I'm pumped for another JSA book. I'm glad that it's just not going away once Johnsy's 12-issue book is done. So, all cool. Plus slightly different rosters, fun. Black Canary, Best of the Best, issue 1. Tom King and Ryan Sook, 6-issue miniseries. My, what have I done to deserve such a thing?
Yes.
The match of the millennium is Black Canary versus Lady Shiva to determine who is the single greatest hand-to-hand fighter in the universe. Who will walk away with the title? Find out as writer Tom King, blah, 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 blah. And Ryan Sook goes 6 rounds for see who it takes to be the best of the best. I mean, all I could think, though, but Cassandra Cain is the best hand-to-hand fighter at the DC.
So, from what Tom King was saying when this got announced earlier in the week, that Ryan Sook kind of came to him for this idea.
Oh, okay.
You know, after working on some of the books. And so, so they're running with it. And if I had to guess, it's going to kind of be more of a showcase of what Sook can do.
Sure.
And I'm here for that. I love a good Canary story. And now you're going to throw Shiva in there. I'm sure we'll get Cass, popping in at some points. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm cool for that. I mean, that's assuming though it's in continuity. Like a lot of Tom King minis, I could see this being like set before Cass is even a thing. You know,
that could be too. Yeah, this could be early days, kind of them.
I could see that. So no, I like the cover with the black background. The other ones are a little bit cartoony for my taste, but that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. The question all along the Watchtower. What is this? Alex Segura writing with Cian Tormey on the R. Let's have a look-see. Who watches The Watchtower? I see what they did there. Very good. In the wake of absolute power, the Justice League Unlimited has created a haven for all heroes, but can they keep it secure? Enter Renee Montoya, reeling from an abrupt end to her time in Gotham and looking for a place to hang her hat. But the Trinity didn't bring her up to the Watchtower to relax. There's a dark threat building or bubbling underneath the surface, and the Question and her ad hoc support team stand a chance of figuring out what the problem is before it's too late. We're getting a Renee Montoya question book?
Not only that, but when they hinted that she was the sheriff of the Watchtower, this is what I think they were referring to.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this. This is exciting.
This is good. I don't know if I've read much from Alex Segura, though, to have an inkling as to how I feel
I'm
about
familiar
that.
with the name. I think he's written stuff in those anthologies that we get, you know. But this is another thing that was announced a little bit earlier in the week, talking about coming heavily from Rucka era of Renee, and you know, so it's going to be a little bit more on the darker noir side. So that's I think real cool. Her being like the sheriff up there, and it's a haven for heroes. I'm wondering, you know, what exactly that means with the wording. You know, is it going to be a haven for all superpowered people? You know, after absolute power, or what?
I think the premise sounds cool. I like that Montoya's got something to do in like with the new status quo. So I hope it's good. Like I'm going in with the best of hopes.
Do we think that Gordon's back as commissioner then? If her time as commissioner was abrupt, or do you think we're gonna have someone new about them?
That seems the most likely outcome, but at the same time, they could pull a swerve and say someone. Like, they could appoint someone. I don't know. Bring in Maggie Sawyer or something from Metropolis. I don't know. I don't know what they would do instead, but yeah, Gordon's the most likely candidate, obviously. Shazam issue 17. That's a fun cover with the Captain versus Freddy with Tawny in the background losing his hat. Dan McDade's on the art for this one, still Josie Campbell. So yeah, cool. Yeah, been enjoying that. Power Girl 15. You're getting a glam rock issue by the looks of this cover, Matt.
Looks like it. Adriana Mello on the art still, so that's cool.
Oh, did you quit this?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't think so.
We'll find out next issue.
Definitely Flash. Flash I've done. We'll see. I think I said it depends on how many books. If it's a busy week, I'm not going to make it a priority. But
yeah. Multiverses, Collision Detected 5, and also issue 6. It hurts me that they keep getting Brian Q. Miller back to do a DC book, but it's always these weird like tie-ins to things I don't care about.
Do you think that's him though? Him's like
I don't know.
I just want to write little tie-in things.
Maybe there's more freedom in it, or maybe the schedule's like easier or something. I don't know what it is, but like whatever.
We don't know. Does he write for anything else? Is he like a?
I have no idea.
Like a fiction author, you know? I don't know.
I don't know. DC Horror Presents issue 2. Latoya Morgan and Aaron Sagers. Writing with art by various. DC Horror Presents is a showcase of skin-crawling legends focused on our favorite superheroes in the DCU. So that seems. I mean, I'll definitely check out issue 1 of that and see what it's like. But if it's an anthology, then there could be good and bad in every issue. You know.
Yeah, but I think although that's not in time for Halloween. I think there's the Halloween special I was going to
Well, issue 1's in October, though.
Yeah.
So it starts in October, plus there's the horror special, as there always is.
Gotcha.
Now, obviously, the big 80, 100-page specials, we tend to skip because they're a bit of a chore to fit in a week with other books. But this is a regular-sized issue, so, you know, fitting at least the first one in to see how it is isn't that much of an ask.
It's not out of the ordinary.
Yeah. And then there's DC Horror Presents Creature Commandos, issue 2. Again, this is from the guy who spoke to the devil on late night TV. So
that's him.
Yeah. My Adventures with the Superman, issue 6, which is the final issue of that. And then there's the Penguin Special, which is a 64-page one-shot with stories by Jeremy Adams, Bill Finger, Alan Grant, and Jason Aaron. I suspect that one of them is an old story. Just a sneaking suspicion.
Not only did Bill Finger break my brain, but then Alan Grant. That's a dinosaur scientist.
Oh no, I remember Alan Grant's name from DC. Like it was a name that was going around, I think, in the 90s at DC, maybe even the 80s as well. But I remember seeing it. I actually went to university with someone named Alan Grant as well, so it's not that uncommon a combination of words.
Clearly not.
So there you go. Yeah, weird. It's weird because it's like, oh wait, so like one or two of these stories are like reprints, but then there's like, yeah, he's got his
because the Jason Aaron one is a reprint of Joker's Asylum.
Really? So it's probably just Jeremy Adams and the Howard Porter story that's the new one.
The new one, yeah.
Oof. That makes sense. Batman Santa Claus Silent Night Returns issue 1. Jeff Parker's writing this again with Lucas Kettner on the art.
I didn't know about this one. Yeah. This one's news to me.
Yeah, sequel to that Christmas book we got last year. Well, I think it was last year. Was it last year?
Yeah. But it was last Christmas.
Last Christmas, you gave me a comic, and the very next day, it farted away. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Gotham by Gaslight, Kryptonian Age, issue 6, which is the final issue.
Okay.
Apparently. Wait a minute. That was definitely more issues before.
I could have sworn it was. Maybe they're adjusting it to fit into like miniseries type deals. So we got a Gotham by Gaslight 2.
I could have sworn it was now 10 or 12, and they actually said that at one point. Because I brought that up last time, I think.
Yeah.
I want to say Connor even looked it up as I said it and confirmed it. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're going to like call the next one like Gotham by Gaslight the something issue 1 onwards. Yeah. Yeah, weird. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so that is actually really odd though, because I was, the pacing to me felt like it was going to be longer. So now that it's technically ending at issue 6, I'm like, well, yeah, what's going on there? So I mean, we'll see what the Solicit says for the month after.
Because we're half through it now as of this week. So.
I wonder if they're just doing a thing where they change the title and call it a second name just to give the artist a couple of months or something.
That's what it feels like.
Take a break. Dark Knights of Steel All Winter, issue 5. Next, which was a surprisingly good first issue when we read that. DC vs. Vampires World War V, issue 4. Got Spectre on the cover. And then Milestone Universe, The Shadow Cabinet, issue 1. Which is the start of a 4-issue miniseries. And we got Plastic Man No More, issue 3. That's the Christopher Cantwell miniseries. That's issue 3 of 4. And then we got Batman Full Moon, issue 2. I forgot that we're doing a Batman and Werewolf book, but here it is.
Yep. It's very exciting.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Batman's face being kind of wide looking, that'd be a really cool cover.
Yeah.
John Constantine, Hellblazer Dead in America 11. Jenny Sparks, issue 4, which is the Tom King and Jeff Spokes book. Nice House by the Sea, issue 5 of 12. Little Batman, month 1, issue 1. And then we got Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries 11, Looney Tunes 281, Mad Magazine 41, and then some facsimile additions to wrap up the single issues. Which then leads us out of the collections, which I'll just go through quickly. Superman 100 Project, with stories by several people. The 100 plus original covers to DC Comics Superman 6 are on display in this great book. Wait, Superman 6 specifically? Why Superman 6? What was special about Superman 6?
I do not know.
Okay, that was this weird. DC Power 2024. Kneel Before Zod. Softcover. Kingdom Come DC Compact Comics Edition. This is your sort of big, thick, or thick, but your sort of cheaper paperback of Kingdom Come. DC's Finest Aquaman, the King of Atlantis. That's your big 600-page collection. DC's Finest Supergirl, the Girl of Steel, which looks like her debut in the Silver Age. Then we got 52 Volume 2 New Edition. This is the 600-page softcover. And then we got Batman Volume 3 I Am Bane, reprint and softcover. Batman Battle for the Cowl, the complete collection and softcover, which is 436 pages. We got Swamp Thing by Mark Miller and Phil Hester Omnibus. I have to admit, I don't think I knew Mark Miller did a Swamp Thing.
I didn't either.
fair enough. It's issue 140 to 171, so it's a bit after Alan Moore's, the sounds of it. A good bit after. Stormwatch: The Road to the Authority Compendium by Warren Ellis. That's a 680-page paperback. And then we got Blue Beetle Volume 2, softcover. Birds of Prey Volume 2, softcover. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries Volume 5. And that brings an end to the November solicits. So, I didn't even know there were solicits, and then over the course of this little journey, I've discovered a Cassandra Cain Batgirl book. And a question book with Renee Montoya in it. So
and another Jeff Parker Superhero Christmas.
Yes, that one's a bit of a weirder one, but I'm happy all the same. Happy to take these discoveries. So cool, some nice surprises in there. Yeah. All right. Interesting that Absolute Green Lantern hadn't been solicited yet, but now that I'm thinking about it, I do remember them saying that was going to launch in December. So I think that's actually what they said to begin with. So that's just me just realizing where's the rest of our new Absolute books, and no, they actually said when the next one was coming. So only two are launching in October, and then Superman's launching in November, and then Green Lantern's launching in December. Any bets for Flash in January, hopefully?
Yeah. That'd be the smart bet.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if you're doing more than the Trinity, then I feel like you go to 5 and you do Flash and Green Lantern. So he's the one left that I would expect at this point. Yeah. That said, though, I can see them doing a couple other ones as well that are maybe weirder picks or just something a bit different.